All right, Coach. We ready here? Hate to call it a bounce back win, but it kind of was after last night. The big test, the overtime game, trailing, fighting back the whole time. And I know that this schedule, the RMAC, is back to back nights. You got to recover in a hurry. I don't think you guys trailed this whole game, did you?
No.
That was a heck of a performance coming off such a tough test. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, the back-to-backs, you just can't have any excuses. Whether you're on the road or at home, you just got to play. It's just the way our league is designed. You got to coach for it, you got to recruit to it, and you got to practice to it because that's what the schedule demands of you. Really proud of our guys tonight being able to reset themselves after an emotional win last night where a lot of energy was used and play a smart brand of basketball and get the job done. I will say this about New Mexico Highlands. I think they're very well coached. I think that they're headed in the right direction as a program. In the past, a lot of people think New Mexico Highland has a bunch of renegades. They don't. They have good kids that are really bought into their coach, and I think that's a program that's just going to keep getting better and better.
I'm looking at some of the numbers here. The bench scoring, they got you 53-17. Second chance, they got you 25-5. And you won by 25 points. What did you do there to overcome it? I think it was the second half shooting percentage was over 70%. I mean, obviously that's tough to beat. What was working there in the second half?
Yeah.
Will, why don't you tell me that since you were running the show for the most part?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty tough to guard when we move the ball. Teams, a lot of times, are more like, or they're anxious to get out in transition. So if we miss, they go and score baskets. But when we move the ball, like we were in the second half, kind of taking some time, making them guard, and getting good ones, then we're pretty tough to beat. I mean, it looks right here like we shot 35 of 57 for the game, which is tough to beat someone when you shoot like that. So I think we kind of can learn from yesterday how we weren't really moving the ball to start, and we came out kind of flat and unfocused. And we really moved the ball, and we're all bought in the second half.
Coach, you agree with that? Just that the high percentage shooting was basically because of the ball movement created high percentage shots?
Yeah, we really wanted to move the ball better. That was the emphasis of the shoot-around because Pueblo, in the first half, we didn't. But you're going to get out-rebounded when you're playing a good rebounding team, but also that number's a little inflated because we just didn't miss very many shots, so not a lot of rebounds to be had on that. If you look at defensive rebounds, we actually were up +5. Boy, they sure did get a lot of offensive rebounds. Roster construction-wise, without Ferris right now, we're going to have to learn how to rebound better.
And that brings me to you, Brandon. You had a heck of a game tonight. A real savvy around the bucket with both hands, finishing. It's tough without Riley, but obviously you're capable. Do you feel any added pressure or more motivation to contribute with him out of the lineup?
Not really, because with guys like Will and Raz and obviously Josh Blaylock, they contribute a ton. So I'm just really there to clean up boards and the easy dump offs that they leave for me. So just got to do what I need to do.
Coach, what do you think of Brandon's performance? I mean, I thought he was fantastic down there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Brandon's just getting back in the flow of it for missing a few games. It's only his 4th game back. We have 2 all-league caliber post players, and one's not with us right now as far as injured. And we got B. Will, and he stepped up. It's been 3 games without Ferris, and B. Will's really stepped up in 2 of them. And last night he just didn't get a chance to play because of some of the fouls. But we have a lot of confidence in Brandon. And I just think he's just going to keep getting better and better and better as he gets more games in the Skyhawk uniform.
Raz, back-to-back nights, 20-plus, I believe. What's working for you offensively?
Just the whole team, Josh and Will and get me open, and even Brandon, throwing it into them. They draw so much attention, especially Will and Josh with their capabilities to shoot. So, none of us feel like we're the first, second, third option. We're all the first option, but if someone gets going, like I think Will were hitting some threes early, they kind of start looking his way, and then gets me a little more space. So.
Rasmus is always modest. Will, you know Rasmus pretty well. What do you think of his stretch of play the last couple nights?
Yeah, it's been great. Me and Raz have played together for a long time, so I know what he's capable of, and I kind of know his game. So sometimes I try to get him the ball in his spots. Our offense is all about that, just getting guys where they're in position to score. And so get B. Will on the block, and he goes 8 for 9, and get Raz in the short corner and the elbow, and he's great. So Raz has just been, we just need to keep feeding him the ball and getting him great looks. So that's what it is, really.
And coach.
Yeah. What?
Wow, it's been an interesting start of the year.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah, obviously.
after losing the first one, I think this is now 7 in a row. We've had some challenges, injuries here and there for a variety of guys, but either way, you are 7-1 now, I believe. How do you feel?
Well, it's hard to be upset if you've won 7 straight as far as that goes. Do I think our team can get a lot better? Yeah, I think we can get a lot better. Do we have moments where we're not playing to our standard? Yeah. But hopefully as the year goes on, those moments will be less and less, and we'll eliminate some errors. I'm like, Willie had a turnover tonight, which is unacceptable. No, in all honesty, we're going to hit the road. The RMAC gave us 3 road games in 5 days against all of our geographical rivals coming up. So we're going to find a lot about our team in the next, 9 days? But, with the 3 road games in 5 days, we're going to find out what we're made of.
Last loss was to Mesa.
Yeah.
17 straight RMAC wins. Last loss to Mesa. Any? I assume there's got to be added motivation there.
Yeah, it's last year when we lost to Mesa, the way the game ended, we kind of handed it back to them, and it's a game that they're our rival, and I'm sure they circled it. We circled it, and we're looking forward to playing against them. It's always a fun game. It's a good, clean competition, but it's fun to play rivals.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, boys.